Today I'm here to do a review of Neil Flambe and the Marco Polo Murders. This is written by Kevin Sylvester, who is a Canadian author, lives in Toronto, and the book is set in Vancouver, hometown! So that was awesome. I got to imagine Neil Flambe running around the streets of Vancouver and could really sort of connect with the setting on a more personal level. So that was really awesome. I was really pleased with that. So it's about a boy chef. He's a wonder chef and can cook pretty much anything from beef bourguignon to foie gras to, coq au vin to anything. So he can cook anything. And he has been able to do this since he was a tiny little baby. So he also has this very interesting sense of smell. And because of this super keen sense of smell, he can almost identify any smell just from a teensy little whiff, like individual spices in a mixture or, things like that. So the police often consult him when their crimes involve clues that are food-based smells. So you'd think this would be a limited repertoire, but actually he gets consulted quite a lot. The police and Neil have quite a lengthy relationship, which I think is really funny. All their clues seem to be smell-based, so it's kind of like, it's funny. So of course, when all the chefs, some famous chefs in Vancouver, begin to get murdered, Neil is an ideal detective, of course. So the murders are all sort of Marco Polo historical based. There's sort of an underlying, it's a serial killing, so there's an underlying theme or reasoning and plan. So you get to learn a little bit about Marco Polo, and that's really interesting. The characters were great. Not Marco, what am I saying? Neil was sort of Sherlock Holmes-ish with the super big ego and his same personality and his super skills. So that was neat to sort of introduce kids to that kind of personality. One thing that I really enjoyed was I've been watching A Chef's Table on Netflix, and that's all about chefs. So I really had an interesting context for the sort of chef aspect of the book and the food aspect, which was awesome. So I would recommend watching those two in tandem because they really complement each other well. They're complementary. The mystery part was really well done and well thought out. I didn't know who done it until the grand reveal. All the twists and turns had me totally fooled. I was seriously nose in the book because I was so intrigued by it. And I really enjoyed the climax of the book, actually, because it was quite suspenseful, and I really had no idea who had done it. So it was really interesting, and the mystery and suspense and intrigue was sustained until the very end. So I could not put it down. I started this book this morning and finished it. It's like 300 pages, so that's and it's not big print. So that's pretty substantial. So yeah, I'd give it a 4 out of 5 stars because it was quite enjoyable. And there were lots of aspects that I liked about it, especially with my background knowledge from The Chef's Table. So it was awesome. It was also very different than lots of books that I normally read. I read a lot of fantasy type books, so this was a nice change. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about this. Go ahead and subscribe for more reviews and let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks guys. Bye.